said in the second half, right?
Yeah.
They cut it to 3.
Yeah, I think it was 3, and then you and Jade had like the next 11 points.
Anytime a team, kind of makes a run, we all have to, as a staff and as a team, have to kind of check ourselves and be like, okay, hey, we need to get some stops, we need to get some buckets, and we need to get some energy going. And that's what happened.
This game was obviously close. I mean, I don't want to say closer than maybe some people expected, but Campy said you guys kind of wore them down. Like, what did you guys in the paint do, particularly with the block shots? Because it seemed to demoralize them.
Yeah. The bigs, Sapala had a huge night with the blocks, and he was all over. Anytime we would go up and all of our bigs did a great job on shutting down, bigs and trying to contest shots, block shots, and we just had to play physical. And that was in the game. That was one of the keys was to play physical and just keep fighting.
What was the halftime talk like?
It was just honestly kind of a check to hey, we gotta this game means a lot to us, and it's still a game. We have to get back into rhythm. We have to get in the same energy. And we had to fix up on some mistakes that we had, and that's what we did.
What was your reaction to the matching sweaters and just, I guess, seeing Izzo in it for the first time?
He looks really good. I'm really happy that Coach got to wear that. It was nice to see him in that, but it didn't really change much of the game. But he looked really good in it tonight.
And what was it like playing here in front of all the Michigan State crowd in a different arena and that sort of thing?
It was really nice. It was a really special opportunity to play in this arena. And experience that with your teammates. It's a special experience, and I'm blessed I was able to be part of it.
You guys have played in a lot of cool places this year. Where does this one kind of rank amongst those?
It's hard to say. Like you said, we have played in a lot of awesome places, and anytime you play in an NBA arena, that's very high on the list. I don't know if I can say it's a certain spot like 1 or 2, 3, 4, but it's definitely top of the list.
And then thoughts on the Nick Sanders shot. What was your reaction when it went in and everything?
I think I jumped the highest I've ever jumped when I jumped off my chair and started cheering for him. I'm so happy he got to make that. He works so hard every day, and he's he's such a great guy to our team, and he works so hard every day in practice and for us. And to see him go in there and knock that down, we were all so happy for him. I was so happy for him.
Awesome.
Jaxon, your team as a whole, a little bit slow getting started today, but I thought that you showed some intensity early on. Are you pretty comfortable with the intensity, the consistency of your personal intensity you're showing right now? How do you feel like your game's coming around?
Part of my job for this team is to bring that intensity and that energy and that kind of toughness. And at some point, it shouldn't be, is he going to bring it, is he not going to bring it? It's what should be expected. And me personally, I expect that for myself every game to start off with that intensity, whether it's to yell at the crowd to get them going or, make a play or dive on the floor or just anything that could bring energy to our team. Because once you bring energy to our team, it becomes contagious. Then someone else wants to do it, and someone else. And before you know it, the whole staff and team is just bringing energy, and that's when we play our best.
What were some of the key points you guys were trying to do against their defense, and how difficult is their defense to go against?
Anytime you play against the zone, it's definitely different than usual. All week we were preparing to go against their zone, and it was a little weird, but I feel like we found a groove eventually. There were some rocky bumps here and there, but we eventually found our groove, and we knew where the ball needed to go. And playing against them, they had some good motions, they had some good off ball screening and flashing and sealing. So we had a good scout report, and shout out to our staff for helping us with that. And so yeah.
I imagine Izzo got a little intense at halftime. He may not have expected that kind of intensity coming down here. Probably had to go to the intensity, if I'm not mistaken. What was that like, and is it good for you guys to have something like that, to get a little kick in the butt a little bit?
Yeah, no, I totally agree that we needed kind of a a wake up call. We were making some mistakes here and there, and it's been a while since we've played, but anytime we make a mistake here and there, it's coach's job to make sure to push us to be better. And I feel like halftime when coach gave his talk, it was the thing that we really needed. We needed to wake up, or not wake up, but like we just needed to realize, hey, we could be playing better, and that's what we did coming out of the second half.
Jaxon, how you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. If you speak to the idea of like playing with Sapala and sort of two guys who understand the pass, maybe like some of the interior to big guy passing, that's something that's you got to have two guys who can do that skill and know it may be coming, and sort of where that benefits you guys, and in a game like against the zone, the difference that makes too.
Yeah. I feel like. Sorry, 1 second.
Very good.
I feel like we have really good chemistry, and passing, like you said, passing wise, that's such a good trait to have when it's big to big, and especially in the zone. I feel like we both have played with each other long enough to understand where we're going to be and what the passes are like, and that's something that's it's a really good thing to have among teammates.
You seem to be more and more